Yeah, most of it's going to fall overnight tonight. That's when we're going to see the heaviest for those periods of snowfall rates near 1 to 2 inches per hour. That's really going to add up to some of those accumulations. As we get into tomorrow, it becomes a little bit lighter and more scattered, but around 5 to 8 inches for much of the area. Isolated locations could be seeing over 9 inches of snow further off towards north through LaGrange and Steuben counties and northern Wood.
We're going to be seeing so much more tonight. The bulk of it isn't even here yet.
The snow will continue overnight. Rough conditions and winding down by tomorrow morning. Speaking of rough conditions, travel advisory in effect.
Snow rates. We're looking at snow rates tonight, right now, and through the rest of the evening, about 1 inch to 2 inches per hour.
Grant and Blackford counties, I expect most, if not all, counties will probably be under some advisory.
Yeah, we're going to start to accumulate snow pretty fast going forward, closer to tomorrow morning. Temperatures right now are helping out with that because we're in the upper 20s, so that below freezing is really just kind of adding to this.
Dig Dry DIY.
Center, Matt, it's already starting to come down pretty hard out there.
Yeah, and the timing's been pretty good. We said 8 p.m.
Well, it started. Ain't got much yet. What do you say there, kitty? Why don't you get in out of the snow? No. Well, we were on the bottom end of those snow totals, and the wind kicked up, giving us a combination of both bare spots and some rather large drifts. But it was still a great opportunity to try out this new-to-me marketplace snowblower that I pulled from the weeds during a fit of impulsive purchasing of a couple other attachments for my 755. I made a video a couple months ago when I first bought this blower and explained how it came to be and what my intentions were, so give that a look for a little backstory if you haven't seen it yet. But what you're watching right now is my first ever attempt at using this particular tractor and snowblower. This is a 59-inch 2-stage John Deere snowblower, and really, it is meant for the 855 or 955 models, which are the bigger brothers to my tractor. I knew that I'd be pushing the limits on the power requirements for this blower by using it on the 755, and I don't know how you are, but it seems like I'm always trying to do a bigger job than what my machine was meant for, just for the sake of seeing if it will do it. There's something so rewarding about using a small tractor to do a big tractor's job. You feel like you're getting away with something or cheating the system somehow. It's just more fulfilling to do a big job with a small machine than it is to do a small job with an oversized machine. Can anyone else relate to that theory? Well, leave me a comment below if you've ever made your little tractor do some big work, and just tell me all about it. So other than knowing that I'd likely be short on horsepower, I had a couple other concerns as well. I've used a smaller tractor mounted snowblower in the past on my 318 garden tractors, and from that experience I knew that I need to do something to keep the blower up off the stones of our gravel driveway. So my first concern before I even tried the blower was how to keep it successfully from picking up and throwing stones into the building. I'm not worried about a few stones into the yard, that's fine. I just didn't want to be breaking out windows or denting the siding. The wooden shoes that you saw me mount up are an experiment to see how this concept would perform, and if I like it, I will likely build something more wear resistant from some metal and poly wear plate. The wooden shoes actually, though, did a great job, and the larger surface area proved to help keep them from digging in and cutting grooves in the stones, even when there was no snow there underneath them. I'm very tickled with how it performed. You know, I caught a few stones here and there, but for the most part, the blower just glided right across the top of the stones, and it left a nice little 1-inch snowy covering that when packed down becomes an excellent base for future snow events. My second concern involves the size of my driveway, because as you can see, I've got a very large area in the center of all these buildings, and I wondered how it was going to work trying to get this area cleared out. Basically what it amounts to is I have to continuously blow the snow out in front of me and then keep following the windrow and clear out to the edge of the driveway. Fortunately, during this snow, I didn't have a lot to move out of the center area other than a couple drifts, but I could see that being a lot of work if we do ever get a significant, all-covering snowfall. My third concern was getting to the larger concrete area in front of our garage. That area can be a little tight, and there's only one place to go with all the snow since it's all boxed in by the building. Also, the blower setup with the big wooden shoes wouldn't be ideal here on the concrete because obviously it's not going to scrape it all the way bare to the surface. And it was already packed down a little bit from traffic, so it wasn't going to really matter on this time anyway. We don't mind a little thin covering of snow back there, but it does get slick, if the conditions are right and it melts down. I was able to wiggle my way around in front of the garage and eventually got it all cleared out in front of there, and it worked pretty good. All in all though, it was pretty fun and somewhat efficient to use the snowblower. I've always used a truck with a snow blade or my backhoe or compact loader tractor to move snow, so this was a big experiment and something I just always had in the back of my mind to try. It was enjoyable, and even though I was laughing at the soft-sided cab when I was installing it because it seemed kind of chintzy, I was certainly glad I had it once I got going. The wind plays a huge factor in snowblowing, and without that cab, I probably would have quit soon after starting and just got in the backhoe. I got plenty more to learn, but this was a great time just to listen to a couple podcasts and enjoy some seat time on the tractor, so I really can't wait to give it another try. All of this snow removal you've watched happened over the course of 3 different days. And I'm even more happy that, I don't have to be in a hurry about it. There are lots of other more important things to do nowadays when it snows. Oh my goodness, Eva. Some things you have to figure out on your own.
They didn't trust Daddy.
Daddy said they're not going to go in the deep snow. Okay, Dad, whatever.